Howdy folks, thanks for tuning in. Hope y'all doing okay today. So, wanted to give my 2 cents worth on this whole don't say gay bill that's coming up and how everybody's getting roped into yapping about it. So, I guess the first part about it that irritates me is, like, I have actually downloaded the PDF and read the bill. And I actually posted it on my private social media, if there is such a thing, my personal social media. And said, okay, so here's the Florida air quotes don't say gay bill. Where do you have an issue with this? In there, one friend of mine came up with one sentence that had the potential, and I'll concede this, to be censorious of free speech. And I went back and forth on that, and I'm like, okay, well, here's my take on it. So, I don't think that kids, especially those that are in any sort of public school under the age of 11, which is where the bill cuts off, need to hear anything about sex, gender identity, anything outside of whatever basic biology you cover in kindergarten through, 4th or 5th grade. And I don't think that the school should be keeping secrets from the parents about things that are going on at school. All that said, I do think that anyone that starts presenting with any gender dysphoria, gender identity disorder, or body dysmorphia, anything like that, parents should be immediately informed, and that the whole situation should be handled with the utmost care and dignity for the kid that has that, and whatever treatment is deemed a viable, long-term, healthy option by the physicians involved and the parents involved should be pursued. That's my take on it. It shouldn't be a mandatory, the state jumps in and does this without the consent of the parent. I challenge any one of my state representatives to name any of my kids' interests. I just do. They could probably get their names, but they probably don't know what all they're interested in. So, anyway, I don't understand all the arguments to, rapidly attack this bill for what it is, because they're attacking it for what it isn't. I wish that people informed themselves more. And the thing is, like, I have listened to people that are honest about this, their takes and opinions. I've read the bill, and here's what I mean when I say they're honest. Okay, and I've gone through this before, if someone has to print a retraction or whatnot, that's fine. But it shouldn't be buried deep down in the story that, hey, what we put out here 6 months ago was incorrect, and we're just, leading with, a dozen or so paragraphs to hope that you get tired of reading this before we get to the meat and potatoes of it that we screwed up. It should be hey, the story issued on such and such a date had these key facts mistaken, or this, point of view omitted, or whatever. It's my opinion. And the people that I listen to, if they get something wrong in any of their news when they realize that they made a mistake. I've listened to conservative opinions on this. I've listened to Democrat opinions on it. I've listened to straight opinions on it. And I've listened to gay opinions on it. And guess what? Anyone that knows the bill doesn't have an issue with it. When people are informed about the bill, like, hey, here's a bill that is proposed somewhere and here's what all it says. Are you in support of this? Over 70% of those polled are okay with that. So I don't see how you get, this controversial don't say gay bill that rules the news right now. And turns out 70% of people are in support of it. Nothing makes sense anymore.